Hey everyone, I'm Dana Hokana. We are now going to learn part 3 of the stop. So, as I reiterated before, how you draw your horse to the ground is crucial for correctly correcting the stop. But I want to talk some more about the horse's body position in the stop, because so many of our problems are horses that push through the bridle, that challenge the authority of our hands drawing them to the ground, or even just bridling their head. And you can find, like this horse, for example, when I just touch his face, his first response is to pick up and push away from me. Now, there's broke show horses that have been trained and maybe even intimidated into you touch and they drop their neck. But I want to teach you the highest and the best way. And the highest and the best way being that the horse always learns to soften or yield to your hands. And the stop is a fabulous exercise point and point of contact in order to do that with your horse. So basically, bottom line, I like my horses light as a feather, so that if I come in two-handed or in bridle horses one-handed, I can draw, push with my feet. See, he's pulling down, tail's moving a little, fighting a little in the face. You know what? That's the same root issue as this in the stop. Right? It's the same root issue. And if he has 500 times of doing it wrong, thousands of times, it may take me a while to retrain him to do it right. And many of you are afraid that you're going to lose your school and your show horse by allowing them to pick their neck up in the air. And I want to go really dig into that a little bit today. So first of all, when I come, whether walk, trot, or lope, same principle. I'm not going to roll my body back and let him know I'm coming in. I'm just going to fold my hips, sit, say, whoa. Notice he wanted to push through. I'm going to draw. Now, a lot of people, when they threw their head in the air, might come here. Look what I just did. Look how I made him throw his head. Let me do that again. Draw, and he's like, uh-oh, now he's bridling. But boy, that can be a scary point. I know horses that have leaped out through the air, reared, done worse. So you don't want to fix the resistance by, when you stop here, here's your direction of pull. I have a right angle here with my arm and my elbow. I come here, right? But when he throws his head and I come here, look what I promoted. Do you know part of that is the way the bit works in his mouth? Part of that is I've changed my direction of pull, teaching him to brace and fight, putting you in a dangerous position. And as I give lessons and teach people, and even on video lessons, I find that people struggle with that because it's scary to trust that stop enough to just go, whoa, come here, and then ask him to back. When he throws his head in the air in the backup, let me explain something. When he throws his head in the air in that backup, that's because he's hollowing his back. That's the root issue. So what I will do is I will take a hold, I will draw, and watch when his shoulders are up. Look at the neck come down. Shoulders up, free, big nice steps underneath. The neck comes down into position. And that's the way it should always be. When we are really training and riding correctly, our horse, our hands are soft. I can come in one-handed, and I want to bridle him. Now I push back against me. Years of wrong technique. And people will put on a big old bridle and overpower that. But in reality, it is him saying, I don't want to yield to that pressure of the bridle. Same as if I stop. He doesn't want to yield to the pressure of the bridle. So I will spend hours on body control exercises and the stop or the whoa. But let me tell you, learning to use your hands correctly is the key. If your hands and your approach is not good, see, I stayed in there until he softened and gave to me. That was good hands. Now I'm going to stop, and I'm going to stay in until he yields and gives me his chin and jaw. Good. As I ask him here, I'm going to ask for that face. Notice he's picked it up and out. I'm going to stay in until he yields and gives. Good boy. And then I can come in and do a backup and a stop. Sometimes I'll come in and pull their head to the side, back them that way. Oh, he did fight me there. He didn't like that. And as I said in the earlier sessions, his right jaw is his stiffer side. So I've got to deal with that. I've got to look at the whole horse. I've got to deal with this resistance to the right jaw here. So as I come in, I'm going to get him soft in the jaw, ask him to pick up. I'm going to pick up my reins, and ask him to soften and back. I might go right back to my maneuver, Get him soft in this jaw. All of this will affect the stop because it gets him, look at that. That's how I want him to stop. He's a little worried, rushing into there, but I'm just drawing smooth there, 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 there. I want to control and draw every stride with my hands. For 10 years, I've used the TR3 Classic drag to keep my performance horses at their peak. And now I'm so excited to say that we now have that TR3 E-Series. There just isn't anything better than that TR3 Arena drag to help make my performance and my program complete. So no matter the size of your program, good footing should matter to you. So contact ABI today and get your Arena drag.